Straight ahead on Newswatch 16 this morning, it could be a day of historic flooding. We're live in Montoursville, Lycoming County. We're going to show you some of the damage done in central Pennsylvania coming up. The Susquehanna River expected to crest near record levels, almost at the 41-foot high levee in Wilkes-Barre. The latest in a press conference coming up here in Wilkes-Barre. I'm Jim Murdoch with a live report straight ahead.
Getting people and things to higher ground.
The latest in live team coverage of flooding and evacuations, all next on Newswatch 16 this morning.
Newswatch 16 in high definition. From WNEP, the news station. This is Newswatch 16 this morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tom Williams.
And I'm Mindy Ramsey. Thanks for joining us for this special edition of Newswatch 16 of the September flooding. Milo's been here all night long covering, making sure this is going.
I was just going to say, we need to tell our viewers that most of us have been here all night long, sleep deprived. We're trying to get all the information. That's a wicked night, but we're here to serve and proud to do that. Let me show you System 1 and 2. And I'm holding an umbrella. It's just very awkward for a lot of us here, but hey, that's nothing compared to some of the major concerns out there. Number 1 is that upper level low. Number 2 is a hurricane. And number 3, that little line I have drawn, is that stuck band that's been over. It's literally only 50 miles thick at times, and it's been wavering back and forth. So that's the problem. Those juicy reds and yellows you see were over a ½ foot of rain in many parts of the area. It's starting to lift up, break up, and head out. This will be the beginning of the end. I'm standing in some light rain here. Lackawanna County kind of spared, but this is now starting to merge with it. Some thunderstorms in the Catskills poking into Pike and Wayne County. Goodbye, please, but there's going to be more bands. These folks here who have seen just a week of torrential rain, they don't want to look south and see more of these plumes come up. I'm watching them myself, and they're very kind of ephemeral. They're just showing up and then fizzling out as we go through the morning. Let's hope this starts to break up and fizzle away totally for the rest of the day. These are lightning strikes over the last few hours. I want to show you a closer look. Holly, parts of Wayne County now getting interrupted with those showers and downpours. Eastern Pike County, Scranton, like I said, I'm just in these little showers, and much of the area that was to the west getting the torrential downpours. It has let up a little bit. Good news there. So 8 inches of rain, 6 inches of rain, 4 inches of rain, and then next to it, 1/4 inch of rain. My house up in northern Lackawanna County, I only had ½ inch yesterday. And I'm not all that far from Binghamton, which had 8 inches. And State College reported very little, if any, rain yesterday. And then just down the road to the east, 6 inches. This is a very bizarre pattern. And the results are, of course, very bizarre flooding that we're going to report all morning long. As a matter of fact, we're waiting for a press conference. I may end any second now if we go live to see the latest projections from the hydrologist. All right, these are flash flood areas. All the green is warning areas for flooding. Notice these 2 counties here, Lackawanna and Carbon County, because of a lack of precipitation. The Lackawanna River is looking pretty good. 60s now. Highs today will be in the 70s. The steady torrential rain bands will slowly wind down. I think a good part of the afternoon will be not accompanied by steady rain, but more scattered showers. It's the beginning of the end. River levels, updates from the National Weather Service, sleep-deprived anchors and reporters. It's all coming your way. Stick around.
All right, we got a lot to get to. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Rivers, creeks, streams on the rise. Evacuations and river rescues across northeastern and central Pennsylvania today.
We have team coverage of the September flooding that's forcing many to move to higher ground. Newswatch 16 found workers clearing out the supermarket this morning in Luzerne County. With the Susquehanna in its backyard, the Five Mountain Market in Chickasha is prone to flooding. Groceries were moved out and onto buses early today.
Historic high water as roads closed across our area today. Newswatch 16 was there early this morning as crews were getting ready to put up road closing signs along Route 11 in Luzerne County. That part of the road in Hunlock Creek floods when the Susquehanna goes over flood stage.
Hundreds have been told to get out of their homes in northeastern and central PA. Evacuations are underway in Susquehanna County because of the rising Susquehanna River. The National Guard has been called in to help people get to higher ground here. An evacuation center set up at Blue Ridge School. People have also been told to evacuate in parts of Bradford, Lycoming, Northumberland, Sullivan, and Schuylkill counties.
And streams are already in the streets of central Pennsylvania.
That's right. Low-lying parts of Hughesville have been evacuated. Newswatch 16's Ryan Leckie live in Montoursville with more. Good morning, Ryan.
Hey, good morning, Mindy and Tom. Not only evacuations in Hughesville going on, but also here in Montoursville. I'm standing on the 200 block of Broad Street, and as you can see, this is just a little bit of water compared to what's at the other end of the street. Nearly 8 to 9 feet of water really just blanketing this whole thoroughfare. That takes a lot of people from the Montoursville area to Williamsport. Take a look at this fire hydrant. Really gives you a sense of just how deep the water is here. These homes and businesses were evacuated overnight. Basements definitely flooded today. I've talked to a number of business owners who's popped by. They're already putting everything they possibly could as high as possible inside their homes, their businesses. And we do want to point out, it wasn't only Montoursville in this part of Lycoming County evacuated overnight. A number of people living in Muncie, the Hughesville area, now have actually went to the Hughesville High School. That's because Muncie Creek has overflowed its banks, and the waterway that I'm standing in here, that's Loyalsaw Creek, which is just down the other end of the road. That at last check was above 19 feet, which is, according to our records, at a record level. We're going to keep an eye on that. According to neighbors as well, they tell us the water is higher this morning than it was last night. We'll keep an eye on things. And also, Bittner Trailer Park, at last check, we got word from officials in the county. They told us that the trailer park in Trout Run was just also evacuated within the past hour. So more updates coming your way here. But guys, as you can see, it's a major mess, and it's just starting to rain again.
8 to 9 inches of water there, 9 feet of water, and right on that street, Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah. What a mess. Thank you very much, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, the Susquehanna River in Wilkes-Barre could reach its highest level since Hurricane Agnes in 1972.
Emergency officials are taking no chances. They ordered floodgates up on the Market Street Bridge last night. The huge steel gates complete the barrier along the levee system to keep the river out of Wilkes-Barre on the east side and Kingston on the west. The levees protect the Wyoming Valley up to 41 feet.
And the flood walls are set up in Montour County today.
Mahoning Creek, it's out of its banks. The river in Danville expected to crest above flood stage early tomorrow morning. Crews say they're working to pump out water. Barriers are set up at the intersection of routes 11 and 54 in Montour County.
And for the latest weather information, you can visit our website at WNEP.com. We have links to area power companies plus river levels and how high the water is projected to rise near your home. You can see the latest Storm Tracker 16 forecast all at WNEP.com. And we're also talking today, Mindy, about possibly evacuating the Wyoming Valley right now. And we're going to hear from Jim Murdoch coming up here on the news station. That decision is supposedly being made right now.
Yeah, he is at the EMA headquarters in Wilkes-Barre. We'll hear from him in just a few minutes. As far as today is concerned, the rain is tapering off, but still flooding issues persist. Stay tuned for the latest.